everybody, and welcome to the team-wide call. Tonight, we are talking about Herbalife University, Success University, and we are actually recording this for our training website, so you actually might be viewing this from our training website. If so, welcome to the team. Definitely a crazy team. You guys will hear a lot of laughs. We have a lot of fun. But what we're going to share tonight is super simple concepts to understand. It's what we do every single day in our business, and it's the start of a successful business for you guys. So a few things that you want to have out and handy for your successes, and you can pause the video if you're not prepared and then come back to it, is you want to have your career manual out of your member pack handy. You want book one, okay? And then a pen and piece of paper just to jot down some notes and ideas that we're going to share throughout the time that we have together. And then we're going to give reference to a few websites for you. And so just be really handy for you to have those things available. The book that we're going to go through comes in your member pack, and these are crucial because we're in the business of duplication and teaching. And so Herbalife provides for us the tools in order to make that seamless and duplicatable. So we want you to be using the materials and the tools available to each and every member that comes on board in your organization. So when we first get started in the company, we actually you will hear us talk about your circle of influence. So the first thing that we do is get a product result. So to cover this first section, I'm going to go ahead and start off and introduce International Millionaire team member Tanya Bridges from Texarkana, and we're going to claim the Texas side. So Tanya, go ahead, take it away.
Thank you. I actually do live on the Texas side and work on the Arkansas side. So first of all, we're going to talk about using the products. And really, this is listening to Mark Hughes even this morning. Without the products, none of us would have a business. None of us would be able to help other people. So it's not really what you say, it's how you feel about what you say. You can be corny, you can be silly, but as long as you're passionate, and that passion comes from using the products. So in your manual on page 7, we're going to talk about a few key concepts with using the products and touch on a few points. So first of all, you want to make sure that you yourself have a firm foundation on the products and that you're working directly with your mentor if you're brand new, getting started on the products, and that you are able to chart all of your progress from the day one. So you want to make sure you have that great before photo. You want to make sure that you've done your measurements. You've used the tool that your upline uses, whether that's a Tanita or Lean protein estimator that comes right in your packet. And using the products is first and foremost the key to the success on the business side, because people really buy your hope, they buy your success, your belief in the products, and that belief is completely tied around your personal results. So on the using the products, on page 7 of book 1, it'll talk about the basics. And when you take your before photo, if you get your before photo from different angles, and we always say in our nutrition club, you want to keep it G-rated, right? You want to make it where your mama would be proud of looking at the photo, but from the beginning, from the front side, and we kind of like stand up like this, where it's on the front, and then on the side, and then in the back. And, you know, don't look too happy, but look like you're ready to get results. And so we take the photo, and then you definitely, if you will take your progressive photos, like week 1, week 2, week 3, and then week 4, because that really will show the progress. And then that is exactly what you're going to be doing with your new clients as well. So the other thing is if you look in your section on the HOM, and in Herbalife we have a lot of different acronyms, okay? So one of the things that you want to do is attend a weekly HOM product training. HOM stands for Herbalife Opportunity Meeting. And the goal of that is to present an overview of who we are, what we do, and why we do it. And the Herbalife Opportunity Meeting, first of all, at our success training seminars monthly, at every one of those, there is an HOM at the beginning. Herbalife is fantastic about providing the tools on our own personal website, myherbalife.com, and all of the PowerPoints can be found on that. The other part is the product training. So with the website, and I know Tina's going to go through and flip over on myherbalife.com, we're going to show you how to access the tools that you have at your hand so that you can take what you've gotten into this information, go into your personal website and do your homework and really capitalize on your own learning around your own time. And that's the beauty of Herbalife. So if we look on myherbalife.com, and at the bottom of all of the pages on myherbalife.com, there are websites at the very bottom. And one of them says HBN. So Herbalife Video Library is the resource. And then on the left-hand side, it'll show Browse Channels. And if you scroll down, there you go, to the product section, then you can click on any one of those products. And when you click on the product section on the front page, it will be on the last page, page 5. This is the first one of those homework assignments that you want to be sure and do. This on the last page, page 5, this is going to talk about the core nutrition. The core products of being formulas 1, 2, and 3. And Tina, that gives us a great example. So if you don't want to go into that, that's okay. But the core products of formulas 1, 2, and 3 is put in our members pack for a reason. And that's because no matter what people come to us for, everyone needs proper cellular nutrition. And this is what sets us apart from any other company. We own the word cellular nutrition because of these core products, the formulas 1, 2, and 3. So when you start taking these products, you understand the power of formula 1 is the meal, the macronutrients, formula 2 is the multivitamin. That with your meal covers 114 essential vitamins and elements and minerals. You are going to feel the difference. Now, cell activator helps your body use and absorb everything else that you're intaking. So really understanding the power of what you have with the formulas 1, 2, and 3 is key. And then the other thing is that you want to listen and go through the products. And at the end of this training, we will be having a product catalog training series on the website. And that will help you walk through the products. But understand also with the website, with myherbalife.com, there are so many resources in this area alone. So if you want to look up what Prolessa Duo does, you can actually go on in the product section and find that. So in packaging your story, pages 8 through 11 is the next part. And Tina, did you have anything that you wanted to add in that section before I move on to the packaging your story?
No, I think the only thing that I would really like to share is that we don't really try to sell the products. We actually use the products and share our result on the product. So the more products that you're willing to take, the more results you're going to get, the better you're going to be able to share those results with other people. And I know the classic example is I actually started on an ultimate program and you got started on a quick start program when we first started the business. And I remember you coming to me and saying, how do you sell ultimates all the time? And my question to her at the time, guys, was, well, tell me how the aminogen works for you. And she's like, well, I'm not taking it. Well, there you go. You know, it was kind of like, oh. So you can't really explain what you don't know. And people hear that, right? So you said it clearly. It's like it's how you feel about what you say. So you have no feelings with that product because you don't take that product. So that would be a really key point to using the products as to why, because we got to know what it does and how it feels and relate that to the client. So other than that, awesome.
Right, and one of the keys is that Tina had taught me early on is wherever the client is comfortable starting. For me, that was the quick start. Then adding a product a month at a time will show you what that product did for you. If you're willing to start on it all, then you're going to learn what that does for you. So packaging your story, you will find this on the section in your book, and that is, I believe, on page 10. In the packaging your story, there's a basic format. And when you go to the success training seminars, you're going to really fall into line with that format. And before Herbalife, I felt you know, how you felt, and you're going to list 3 things. And if you'll take that format, and we won't take the time to go through packaging your story, but the 3 things that you want to make sure in your story is that it's got the 3 C's, as we call it, and that's compelling, contrast, and call to action. So if you're writing these things down, your story is your commercial. And if you think of any great commercial on TV, it's got to be compelling. It strikes your emotions, it strikes your senses, your vision, your auditory. You know, you can almost be like you're there, right? So it's got to be compelling. If you're talking about your energy, compared to what? When I got started on the products, I had a couch in my classroom as a school teacher because I had no energy. As soon as the kids walked out, I was on the couch. I know it's not a great promotion, but it's how I had to live my life without the proper energy. So had some tea, threw the couch out, and the kids were reading on the floor, right? So the contrast. So when you talk about contrast, you want to make sure compared to the beginning of the story and what was the contrast in the after. Okay, so if your energy was a 1, then your energy is going to be through the roof at 10, right? If you barely could stay awake till 9 o'clock, then you're up till 10:30 and you're waking up before the alarm. So as long as there's that contrast. And the end part of your story, one of the most important is the call to action. If you tell your quick 30-second story with compelling emotion, with a contrast, but you never invite them to an event, then there's no reason for them to take action. So actually giving them an invite to an event, to something, whether that's to the nutrition club, to the weight loss challenge, getting their name and number, and really making that contact. The call to action is the close. So yes, your button, Tina's showing the button, you know, learn the proper button response.
And the 3-day trial can be a close now. I mean, this is an amazing close.
Absolutely. So getting, you know, those 3, making it compelling, showing the contrast, and having that call to action. And what I would say is practice your story, practice it in the mirror, practice it with your upline, practice it in the car, time it, because the more you do it, the more it'll become automatic when someone does say how and you're wearing your button and you don't look like a deer in the headlights during deer season. So that's, I know that's an Arkansas analogy, but you know, y'all, that's free too. So the other thing, let's see, on, yes, the other thing is on your stories, using your stories and being up to date, and this is where Tina will stop laughing. You can turn, you stop, she can turn herself off on the computer. The other thing is, like, on social media, you can put your before and after photos, and you'll see a lot of these if you go on the social media, Instagram. Learn how to use the Pick, Play, Post or the Insta Collage, Photo Lab, one of those that you're going to use to really promote your story. And just have fun with it, guys. That people are so attracted to fun and energy because that's what stands out in the world today. And that's what's not really the norm. People aren't walking around really happy. They're not walking around laughing and playing with each other, whether that's like we are tonight or in a store. And when you stand out and you're happy and people want to know why, that's an obvious invitation. So, all right, and so then, Tina, I'm going to turn it over to you to wearing the brand, because you're doing a fabulous job on repping that button in the shirt. And wearing the brand is simple these days because we've got so many resources to our access to our fingertips. So go ahead.
Well, I just want to open it up real quick because we have a lot of experience on the line here with the other distributors, and I unmuted all you guys. So if you're, you know, just be cautious there. The mics are unmuted. Does anybody have any suggestions on any of the use part, packaging your story, any of the before and after photos? I think Tanya did a really great job of covering all of it. You guys, we have International Millionaire team member Jan and Tara Ball here. Got a lot of experience. Stephanie Whitson here, and a world team member. Who do we? Anybody have anything you want to add before we move forward?
People love to see before and after pictures, so make sure that you take your before and after picture, and really, just like Tanya and Tina said, you know, really get started on a good program that's going to get you great results. And I did get started on an ultimate program because Tina was my sponsor and she helped me lose weight, and that's what she got started on, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So she's absolutely right with all of that.
So what was your result? You got to start on an ultimate program, and how much did you lose?
I got started for my sister's wedding. So I actually got started on the Monday after Thanksgiving. I lost 27 pounds and went from a size 14 to a size 8. And then I went into the maintenance mode, you guys, and being consistent on my program, I lost 5 more pounds and I went down another size. So I ended up losing a total of 32 pounds and I went from a size 14 to a size 6. And I've been able to maintain that for 13 years. It's been unbelievable.
And the best part of your story is it did occur between Thanksgiving and January. So, yeah. Two
Yeah, it was
holidays. Yeah. So you killed it. And that's really paid off for her, guys, over these last 13 years, being true to her products in that initial time, being willing to follow the program, you know, and not make excuses, gave her an unbelievable story for the last 13 years to build on. So thank you, guys. Anybody else? Stephanie's done a really great job of before and after photo documentation. So I got to say, if I learned anything from any of my distributors, Stephanie has pictures, I think, of every 5 pounds that she lost, you know, and you lost a total of how much now, Stephanie?
Total of 60 pounds.
Yeah.
And I went from the 18 women's down to size 8, and I've kept that off for a year and a half.
Yeah, and so she's very good. It's like every time I see Stephanie's post, it's like she's posting a different picture of when she was in the process, which is really, really valuable for you guys. So when Tanya says take pictures like every week, that's going to serve huge value because you may have a client that's on the products, you know, for 4 weeks, and you can go, well, look, this is what happened with me in 4 weeks, you know, and you're able to relate. And so, Stephanie, you did a really good job of tracking your progress and then being willing to be transparent and show that, you know. I mean, some of those photos are difficult to share, you know, and you do a really good job of just laying it all out there to prove the path for your clients, you know. So great job. Okay, anything else before we move on to wear and talk?
And Tina, I was just going to say, my clients really like that. They want the photo. They want that comparison of where they're at today, where they started. And I mean, if I haven't emailed or texted them that photo by noon, if they came in and weighed at 9, they're calling me, where's my photo? And for some of my clients, I have them, they're too big to weigh on the scale. The photo and the tape measure are the only validations, and it really speaks volumes. So share it with your clients and use that technology to their advantage too.
Yeah, so when we got started, guys, I mean, like, we had fax machines and we paid for long distance. Okay, there was no social media and there was nothing. So, I mean, the tools that we have available today are amazing. So you guys have it super simple. You just take the little discipline that it takes to really create that story for you. So where? So when you hear use, wear, talk, this is the foundation of Herbalife, right? And wear means wear the button, okay? And Mark Hughes was brilliant when he launched this marketing tool. It was brilliant because it's duplicatable, it's catchy. It also shows a humbleness, a willingness to, you know, go out of your comfort zone. You know, you'll hear all the different distributors talk about it felt like a satellite dish when they put it on. But it's really funny, like, the different buttons over the years that's come out, and Gigi's laughing because she's like, it is a satellite dish. So you have, I'm going to go ahead and mute the participants here. Well, y'all are actually, we're good. We don't have a lot of background noise. So this one actually, guys, is ask me about the 3-day trial sample pack. And you guys will get some training on how that works if you're not really clear exactly how the 3-day trial pack works. But this is really catchy because this is such a low investment point for a new client to actually try Herbalife for 3 days and get a result, right? And that result is not necessarily weight or energy. It may just, or weight loss or inch loss. It may just be energy. It may be that they slept better than they have in a long time, or they actually didn't fall asleep at their desk, whatever it happens to be, right? So when you're first getting started, wearing may just be this button, guys. It may be whatever clothes that you own. You may have nothing branded. You may not be able to even afford an Herbalife t-shirt. No problem. Tag what you have with the button that came in your member kit and be willing to talk about that. Okay. There's these really great window buttons that allow you to insert how much weight you've lost along the way. So if you're a work in progress, you actually get to show off the amount of weight that you've lost. So sometimes the hesitation for people starting their business is that they're not at their ideal weight, but that window button gives you a really great opportunity to show people that you are in progress and that you have made a difference in your own result, and then they look at that button, and even if you have 80 to 100 pounds left to lose, but it says you've lost 20 or 30 pounds, they're going to be like, wow, that's really amazing. And I remember Tara Skinner, along her journey and her weight loss, it was very, very valuable for us to put her before and after picture up, and for her to take her before picture all along the journey, because people only know what they know, right? They can only see you. They don't have a point of comparison. So the window button and your before picture is huge in your testimony and to share the power of the product. Because remember, it's not about us, it's about the products. And we're just a representation of what they have done for us, okay? So wearing can be the button. It can be, oh my goodness, the stuff we do in Herbalife to wear, okay? That I can even talk about this subject with a straight face. We have the hats, the wristbands, you name it, we have it. So, see, Tanya, start pulling it off the shelf right now. We have the hats. Guys, if you go to myherbalife.com, they actually have their own apparel. We have the glasses, the cups. A lot of times your upline sponsor will be running a promotion, and you hit a promotion qualification. It may be for a hat, a shirt. Okay, Vanna, we're all good. I think we've seen the display. Tanya feels the need to share every branded item that she owns at the moment. I told you, man, it's pretty amazing what you get really jacked up about. But a brand new Herbalife shirt, look, makes you feel like Superman, right? So super fun. We're in love with the products. We're in love with the results. Like, my life has never been the same since I started Herbalife, and so we wear it proudly. We don't represent Nike. We don't represent Adidas and all of the other things. So why would we brand ourselves with anything else, right? So let's see. Let's just take a look. Anybody branded on the call here? Let's see, Tanya, what do you have on? So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of boob shots here. Jan's like, I know I joined the call for a reason. Gloria, are you branded? Let's see. Let's have Gloria stand up. We can't see Kayla. So Stephanie, you got a chance to show off your branding. Stephanie muted herself out. Hold on, Steph. Let's unmute you guys. Let's just take a real quick. Okay, you guys are all unmuted, except for Stephanie, who just muted herself. Okay, go ahead, Stephanie. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, I have my button on. I didn't have my shirt, but I have my workout shorts that had 24 on them.
Awesome. Jan says it's okay. You can show me the shorts. Okay. Okay. See the button. You got the button on. Way to go. And see, guys, we may be wearing regular daily clothes, right? That isn't branded, but the button is what brands you. So anybody else want to show off their branding before we move on? Oh, look, Gloria's holding up her shirt. You have to talk, Gloria, for it to pop you up on the screen. Okay, so you guys get the idea. We definitely brand ourselves so that we are known in the marketplace. And Michael Johnson does an amazing job of branding Herbalife for us on the jerseys with the sports teams. Herbalife Family Foundation is a way of branding us in the community. So if we're not branding ourselves, we're not really associating ourselves with the millions and millions of dollars that are spent by the company to brand us in our own backyard in our marketplace. You can also do things on your car. Okay, there's magnets, there's window apparel, there's all sorts of stuff that you can brand your car. I will say, guys, that when you're branded and when you're in uniform, if you will, if you're in your car and your car has a Herbalife sticker on it and it has a phone number on it, even if it has a phone number or not, if you are branding Herbalife, please don't be cutting people off. Please don't be flipping them off. Please don't, be nice, right? Because we are representing Herbalife wherever we go. And so if you're an aggressive driver and you have an Herbalife sticker on there, you're associating your habits with my business and with Stephanie's business and with Tanya's business and Gigi. We all represent each other, right? We are the brand. So be mindful that while we're branded and while we're, representing who we are, that we are representing it just as if Michael O. Johnson or even better, Mark Hughes were standing right beside us. So we could be proud of every moment that we do. This is really important on Facebook too, right? So it's really, it's really cool to express our opinions and views and, take a stand behind the computer on Facebook. So, but remember, everything that we do speaks to our character and our character speaks to Herbalife. So same etiquette on Facebook. The less controversial that you can be on subject matter like that, the better your branding is going to be. Okay. So let's see, any other ideas or things you guys that I missed on branding and wearing? Any other thing that you guys would like to share? Things that you're like really passionate about? No? Okay. So the next thing is one of the ways that we wear would be with how we advertise. Okay. So I want to show you guys, we actually a long time ago decided to kind of share our creations and things that worked. I'm going to go ahead and mute the line so we can continue to get a clean recording here. So we decided to combine all of our business cards on Vistaprint. So we all use my login, and let me go to the desktop and share this here real quick. So we all use my login on Vistaprint, and we'll give you guys that login because this is going to be posted unblocked and uncensored on the web. We're not going to actually share that login right here, but you guys will have that login. Your opinion matters. See, this is great company. So Vistaprint actually gives you deals, and Jan's laughing at me. I can't look at him. Okay, so Vistaprint actually gives you great deals, and you get so many business cards for free, etc. And if you scroll down here, you'll see all the different creations that are made. And this is one after going through the Tony Robbins series that I made. We put the QR code here that goes directly to our Facebook page, and that's pretty simple to do if you're not real techie. You still can make that happen because it's all automated on the Vistaprint side. So if you go into a view order history, you can see tons of history on different business cards. Okay, so this is just a really easy way for you guys to not get creative in your in what you think will work. And always ask your upline, have you used this one before? If it's up there, then chances are and you see it's been ordered and reordered and reordered, there's a good indication that that card works. Okay, so one of the dangers is getting creative and creating something that you think will work with your limited knowledge in the marketplace, with the history of Herbalife, etc., and then it just totally being a waste of your dollar. So our goal is to really share things that work for you so you can get a fast start in your business. So business cards are just I do like the little QR code on there. I will say that. They're a great way of doing invites as well. You'll hear us talk about later on in the training about personal invites, and we use those a lot of times to actually give people a point of reference to come back to. So let's see. Page 14 in book 1, okay, is actually talking about your button response. Okay, so let's just finish in talking about when you invite somebody out. Let's say finish the thought process with Tanya, because we talk about using wearing and then branding ourselves, but then coming to the top point. So really the point of talking, the couple things that I really want to make sure that you understand is there is a process. You want to book an appointment, and schedule an appointment, and then have that person come in for the appointment, okay? One of the fatal mistakes that people make in the business when they first get started is they will try to do it all in one setting. It's really, really important to, when you get that button hit, let's say you're at the grocery store, just for an example, and and you have to lose weight now, like Stephanie, right? Lose weight now, ask me how. Stephanie's response is going to be something similar to, well, are you serious? Are you curious? And they'll be like, no, I really want to lose weight. Well, man, it's incredible. Like, I've lost 65 pounds. I went from an 18 to an 8. I've never felt better. Kept it off for 3 years. I'd like to give you a free shake and tea. Would you be willing to come in and let us serve you a free shake and tea and do a body analysis? So that's booking the appointment. So she's going to get them in the doors of her office, nutrition club, shake party, wherever you heard Tanya say, invite them to something. Once they get there, that's called the presentation. Okay. So we do invitations to presentations. And the thing that most brand new distributors will make the mistake of is they'll combine those two processes into one. And so that might look like Stephanie in the store. Somebody says, oh, lose weight now, ask me how. And Stephanie's like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. I lost 60 pounds and you can do it too. And the shake mix is $39.99. And she just just like spilling all over these people, right? And so do you want to get started? That's not what we mean by talk. So just be clear that it's your marketing, you're wearing the button, you're branding yourself, you're inviting them, the invitation to the presentation. And the presentation can be, we're going to cover this later on, guys, in the training, but the presentation is going to be your shake party or your one-on-one wellness profile, right? Or Herbalife opportunity meeting where they're going to hear all these other stories. And then you do the wellness evaluation at the end. Multiple things. You could invite them to a fit camp, right? Multiple things that you could do, a holiday party for the holidays that are going on. So new person, when they come in, we are going to do a wellness profile. And we actually, on part 2 of this series, we're actually going to go through what the key points to a wellness profile is, how you set that up, what that looks like, what the support materials for that are, what are some of the keys on the wellness profile. So tonight we really wanted to lay the foundation of the business for you, which is use the products, wear the button, but brand yourself, right? Always be letting people know that you are who you are because of the products. And we always say, figure out what you really love to do in life, and then brand it with Herbalife and attribute all of your success and your new gains and whatever the field of choice that you want to highlight as being your specialty, right? Again, just because I can see Stephanie full screen here, I'll use her as an example. So like Stephanie was just a customer and she signed up to bring the snacks at school for the teachers, right? So she brings the herbal concentrate. She goes, well, look, if I got to bring tea, I'm going to bring energy tea. I'm going to bring the herbal concentrate tea, right? So Stephanie loved to teach. And so she just branded why and who she was through her circle of influence, okay? So that's the importance of branding. And then talking to people. Again, the keys to talking is going to be, number 1, invitation to presentation. The other thing that your sponsor and your mentor is going to have you do is make that circle of influence list. Make that list. Go through the grand opening with your mentor, okay? Let them go through this process with you, either the grand opening or the practice partner scripts, long distance. So practice partner is really just a way for us to talk to your circle of influence about Herbalife in a very non-evasive, very approachable manner, okay? We'll share that with you also. But talking to your circle of influence should be the very first group of people that you talk to, okay? Because here's the reality. If you don't, they will talk to somebody. I've seen it time and time again. We've had it happen in our own family, okay? My nephew's girlfriend actually got started on the products with Larry Halsey's organization, okay? So it was not a good day when we saw her, Kia, was at our family Christmas vacation and knew we did Herbalife, but still went and signed with a local Larry Halsey distributor, okay? So I only share from experience. If you don't talk to people, then they are seeking it out. People are dying to have energy daily, right? They are seeking the solution. So you owe it to them to at least let them know what you do. So start by talking to your circle of influence first. So I'm actually going to unmute the group and just see if there's any other things that you guys would like to add before this and close out the call.
Hey, Tina. Okay, so one of the things that I was going to share is that every morning listening to Jim Rohn or Mark Hughes, courses that you have is a key way to understand how the business works and how to keep it simple. So that's been really key, even with the years in business, because he keeps it simple. He started this business and with the 9th grade education, and there are so many resources that it's unbelievable how easy it is if you'll just plug into those resources.
Yeah, so again, guys, video.herbalife.com is a direct link to the HBN storehouse of videos and tapes and audios. So awesome. Any other suggestions from the team? Thad? Thad is one of our youngest distributors, right? Thad, you're a distributor, right? Yep.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, guys, so next call, we will be covering part 3 and part 4 of HSU Herbalife Success University Class 1. These are being recorded for the website. So with that said, everyone in the team, log off by saying your name and what city you're calling in from. Tina White, San Antonio.
On your bridges, Texarkana, Texas.
Lake, Minnesota.
Awesome. Stephanie Whitson, down in San Antonio.
Gloria Hawkins, Bulverde.
Woohoo!
All right, guys, you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.